Intro to Adios goes something like this. I'm tuned to A440, and I got drop D tuning. If it's out of tune, I don't care. Here we go. Chords are as follows. Basically, it's this. Now for the... You can do it one of two ways. You can pick, if you like, you can pick the whole thing using alternate picking, which is instead of all downstrokes, down, up, down, up. But the weird thing about that is when you start over again with the riff, because it's not, the numbers aren't, it's not an even number, it's an odd number. The first time you do this sequence, you start on a downstroke. The time after that, you start on an upstroke. So, I'll show you what that looks like. So it alternates. First time is a downstroke, second time is an upstroke. You're starting on an upstroke. But as I was just playing it just now, I was thinking to myself, the song's not so quick that you can't do all downstrokes except for the stuttering part, which is this. Okay, so that's the riff, the intro. When the singing kicks in, I do this forever and ever and ever. Gary does something like this. I think something like this. And you can kind of hear it. And then the thing about the first Flatstick album is that we didn't overdub more than 2 guitars, so what you hear in, you know, one speaker is either me or Gary, and that's it. We're basically like bands like Meshuggah, Strapping Young Lad, the Kill Switch Engage, those type of bands will usually use about between, I don't know, 4 and 6 guitars at all times, which is what we're doing on the second Flatstick album, and we've got 7-string all over the joints, so it should be good. So, okay, we do that. Yep. And then thanks, but no thanks. Something like that. Starts here. We're doing harmony octave things, so it's like I'm there and Gary's up here, and you just stay within the key and just keep moving up until you get to the big old granddaddy D octave. So it's Adios, my friend, the chorus, the Big Daddy chorus. Now this chord, I don't even know the name of it. It's probably some, I don't know. I think it's some sort of major 7th chord, not sure. Frank Zappa uses it a lot. Well, not really a lot, but he uses it in Zoot Allures. Just a really nice sounding chord. And basically one finger all the way across here on the 9th fret, middle finger, 10th fret, B string, and upstroke, hit all the strings. Next chord is like a, it's basically, it's a, yeah, A sharp with a bit of a, not a Doria, a bit of what is that? Hold on a second, I'm farting big, my brain's full. I had a couple wines last night, okay, just quietly. What is that? A sharp with, it's got a bit of a Lydian vibe to it. It's just an, basically the chord structure is really easy. It's just a D, Adios, my friend, that, and then we didn't want to keep it so beefy and meaty. We wanted to add a bit of depth to it and a bit of lush chord kind of a thing. So we, instead of playing just a D chord, we decided to use that guy, and instead of just a straight power chord here, give it a bit of depth. And I don't know if you can hear it, but what we're playing with the big lush stuff is what you hear in the background with the keyboard parts, just to back them up and make them sound, pretty or lush or whatever you want to call it. So first chord, Adios, up that guy to here, back up to here, and the thing that changes it is this nice D sharp. It's instead of doing it here, you can think of it as an F with a D sharp bass note if you want. So we got Adios. And then we just, next time around with the double bass, we just kick in with power chords. That kind of a vibe. Happens a couple more times, and then wait. Okay, next, I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure this out while I'm doing it because I forgot the parts. Okay, pre-chorus thing where I'm yelling with where I'm yelling with distortion on my voice. No way, known. So that part's just an F sharp here, and an E here, back and forth. And then my part, Gary keeps doing this part. These are just octaves. A sharp, back to B, back to A. My part. And then the bass part actually does like the higher note to make it like a triad-y kind of thing. And then solo. Solo is extremely easy, but I love the way it sounds. It's basically now you have to understand, I love muted power chords in the background. That's why I love Meshuggah so much, because they're always, I love the sound of a muted power chord. To me, nothing better. I can listen to a muted power chord all day and just never get bored of the way it sounds. I think it's beautiful. So we kind of wanted to do that, and the key of the solo is in E. Yeah, the key of the solo is in E. It's E Lydian, of course, which is, if you want to put it a different way, you're playing an A flat minor scale over E. I'm sure there's an easier way to explain that, but hey, if you come to lessons, I'll tell you all about it. Okay, so here we are. The rhythm for the solo. That's basically it the whole time. You just so it's got an E, F sharp to E, and then to be a bit goofy. What is that? G to F. So yeah, all the chords are all right there. Goes back on the chorus. Gary plays his solo in the chorus, and then at the end there's a bit of a Meshuggah vibe going on where I'm kind of doing one different rhythm to what Gary's doing, and you get a bit of a weirdness. And of course our drummer, who is a drum machine, is going off his nut. And yeah, the song ends, and then at the very end you'll hear this. But there's so much like reverb and digital delay that it just sounds like crap. And what happened was that was an actual Eddie Van Halen lick that I had just learned, and I was showing Gary. So that day we were just kind of screwing around, and after we did this song and the tape was still rolling, we decided, we both started doing it as a joke. And Eddie Van Halen does it on a couple of songs on the first album. He does it on what songs he do it on? He does it on I'm the One, and he goes, I'll show you how to do it later. And yeah, so as a joke we put that in.